Hi, Scrappin' Pixie here. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy card. And as a bonus, we'll be doing some enhancements to it. First, you're going to take your 8.5 by 11 white cardstock and we'll cut it in half. Once you've got your piece cut in half, take half of that paper and measure it so that you've got the center of the card. Put it in your cutter, making sure that your blade is at the top. I like to take my stylus, run it down the cutting line to give it a nice clean fold line. Now I've chosen some embellishments to make each one of these cards. I've got coordinating paper, I've got some tags that I'll be using, so you'll want to kind of gather your supplies first. So I like to use paper that is in books. So I've got my decorative paper here. I can use the tags that come in this book that coordinate with some of the paper, or I can make my own. Today I've chosen to make my own. I've used a punch to make a scalloped edge square that's going to fit nicely on the card. And then I just cut a square piece of paper to fit nicely in the center of that. That's going to be my embellishment for the first card. I've also taken my decorative paper. I've cut it just a little bit smaller than the white cardstock so that there's a nice 1/4 inch border all the way around. I've also chosen some stamps to use. Now you can use stamps. I happen to have them, so that's what I'm going to use. You could, if you can have nice handwriting, you can use your writing, or you can choose to maybe have somebody else write it for you. I've chosen a happy birthday stamp. I've chosen a small stamp that says it's your day. And then I've also chosen a hand stamped with love by stamp to stamp on the back. You want people to know that you did take the time to make that for them. So I like to get all of my supplies ready and all of my embellishments ready and then attach each item at the end. So here I've got my white embellishment punched. Then I've added the blue to it, which coordinates with my decorative paper. I've got my stamp here. I'm just going to stamp. It says, "It's your day." Now I've attached the blue to the white. Then I'm taking my hole punch. I punch a hole at the top where the words are, or above the words, and then simply take a brad and put it through. Now you want to open up the brad in the back on this, so that way when you attach it to your card, it will not go all the way through to the inside of the card. It's actually just going to be hidden behind your embellishment, like so. So here's the first card. Again, it's just a quick and easy card when you want to make something fast. And then on the inside, I put the happy birthday, and again, I put the hand stamped with love by on the outside. So with using all the same product, for the next card, I have taken my decorative paper, and rather than just gluing it flat onto the card, I folded the corners all the way around. I used my hole punch, punched a little hole in each corner, and added a brad to each corner, just adding more dimension to the card. I took my sentiment and I put "It's your day," attach it to the white scalloped edge punch, and then when I attached it to the card, rather than laying it flat on the card, I used foam tape to give it more dimension. So you'll see with the brads and with this lifted, it gives more visual interest. With this second card, I also inked around the edges. I took my ink pad and simply held the card at about a 45-degree angle, inked around all the edges, and this just gives a shadowed look. It really makes it pop. And then as an added texture to the card, I took my stipple brush and I used my ink. I was sure to put a piece of scrap paper underneath so that I don't get it on my mat. And just dip it in your ink pad and stipple it all the way around the card, and then also around the white part that I punched out. It makes it look like it's not quite so stark white, and again, just gives it more texture. And with that, stamp my happy birthday and my hand stamped with love by. The last card that I made, I used some of everything. I used a hand cut tag with my ribbon. and I used the punch that I had with the colored punch on the inside, and making it look like gifts with this card. I also, on this one, took some solid blue cardstock, layered it with the decorative cardstock, leaving about 1/8 of an inch around on that. And then when you add it to your white cardstock, you have about 1/8 of an inch of the white. So it just gives it a layered look. I added the 2 cute embellishments here to the front of the card, making them look like a present. I added the flower punch to and added brads kind of in the center, looks like this, to make it look like a bow on the top. And then my hand cut tag for the happy birthday stamp. With the ribbon, I just punched a hole, put it through, and attached it with a glue dot so it would stay in place. With this one, I did leave it blank, so it can be for somebody at work. Lots of people can sign it, or you can just write your own sentiment on the inside. And then again, put your hand stamped with love by. Thank you for watching my video. Scraping Pixie here. We'll see you next time.